In this video, we're going to talk about flags. So what is a flag? A flag is a special enumerator that uses the binary notation. So why use flags? Well, it can be a way to pass one argument instead of multiple and extract those properties inside the function that uses that enumerator. For example, if I have a file stream that I want to open, create, and or overwrite the file that I'm trying to access, well, I would have a flag for open, a flag for create, and a flag for modify. Now, I could put that all into parameters, so I would have 3 parameters inside my function, but I can also have a flag, and the combination of the different states that I want the file to be accessed, well, I can combine them and use that flag to simplify the way that my parameters are defined inside. So I'll show you this in a quick example here. So I have a simple console application and I'm going to create an enumerator. So let's create an enumerator here. For instance, my color flags. And I'm going to put some values inside here. So first off, let's put a color. So red, and red I would put, for instance, 1. Now, normally the second value would put, let's say, yellow, and I would put 2. And if I put green, what would be the next value here? Well, we think we'd put 3 because normally when we do enumerators, we just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or so on and so forth, sequential numbers. But in this case, since we're dealing with flags, we should put 4. Why put 4? Well, in the binary notation, 4 is 2 to the power of 2. So this is why we want to put 4 instead of 3. Now 3 is a combination of 1 and 2, so it would be 1, 1. Now think of binaries as ones and zeros. Obviously, if you're a programmer, you should know that, but maybe you're not aware that this is a representation of a binary value. So here, 1 is 2 to the power of 0, 2 is 2 to the power of 1, and 4 is 2 to the power of 2. And what would be the next value here? Well, I have, let's say, let's put blue. So blue would be 8. Simply multiply 4 by 2, or think of 2 to the power of 3, and then this is where we would say the next value would be 8. So the next, and after that it would be 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, so on and so forth. So this is how you would put your flags. But this is not enough. You also need to specify to net, or actually the compiler, that this is a flag. So what you use is there's a decorator called flags, and this is how you specify that my color flags is actually a flags enumerator. Now there's some other things that you can put here, but let's keep it simple, and this is how we would put our information. Now another way of documenting is you can put, for instance, your values as a binary notation. I'll keep it simple. So let's say I put 001 here for my first red. So this is 1. All the first zeros here are just to simplify the notation. So 001. Second value here is 010. Fourth value here would be 0B0100. And 8 would be 0B1000. So this is for binary notation. Now I'm going to remove the hello world here, since we don't really need it. And I'm going to create another static function because I want to stay inside my class program and keep it simple. Let's call it my color func. And in here, we're going to pass a parameter called my color flags. Let's call it flags. And to put void before. Here we go. Okay, so let's call this function inside the main function. So let's say put my color flags and my color func, and let's put a parameter here, my color flags. Let's put red. So I have red, and next one would be, let's say, blue. Now let's say I have it detects the colors, detects the combinations, and I want purple. Well, purple is red and blue. So what would I do here? Well, I would put my color func. Let's start with red. And what would I do here to combine both red and blue together? Well, I'd use the OR operator. So my color flags blue. This is a special operator. It's not the pipe function, which is more for Boolean operators. So this is to do a logical OR between red and blue. So what this is going to do is it's going to take the 1 in red and the 1, 0, 0, 0 of blue. And it's going to become, well, the value is going to be 9, but it combines both 8 and 1 together, so red and blue. So let's go inside our function here. I'll explain you how this is going to happen. So let's put an if here. If flags equals my color flags, let's say blue. So in this case here, it says, let's put a console write line, put here, color is blue. Let's put an exclamation point here. So color is blue. And you'd say, okay. Let's put another if here. Flags equals my color flags, let's say red. Console write line. Put color is red. Exclamation point. Now, logically speaking, here, what would we expect to see? Well, my color func red would only go inside the if statement that says it's red. My color func blue will go inside the if statement that says it's blue. However, since we're combining both red and blue, purple is not detected here. So I'll just show you here by executing the function. So what we'll see here is we'll see red, color is red with an exclamation point, color is blue with an exclamation point, but only 2 lines. So if I execute this, as you can see here, color is red, color is blue, as expected. No surprises here. So what do I do here to detect the rest? Well, I can do the following. So if flags and let's say my color flags red and do this equals my color flags red here, and I'll put a console write line color contains red So here, you can see here that if I have a color that's either red or that contains red, so in my third call here, you can see here that I'm doing the OR operator. It's going to detect that it's red. And I can do the same thing, for instance, for blue. Flags and my color flags blue equals my color flags blue. And I can put here console right line color contains blue. Here. So you can see here that I'm containing blue. So if I execute this, what is it going to give me? Well, first off, it's going to say red contains red, blue contains blue, and afterwards, since it's not blue and it's not red, it's going to say, well, does it contain red? Yes. And it contains blue, so it's going to say contains blue. So I'll put a little just to separate things together here. Console right line, put a little dash here, this, and here, just to be more clear when we're looking at things. So if I execute this, you're going to see. So if I show you my console, you can see here that color is red, color contains red, color is blue, color contains blue, and the last one contains red, contains blue. Forgot the exclamation point here. So this is how you use flags essentially. Using the combination of both flags and, once again, if I open this up here, the OR operator to combine flags, and the AND operator to detect if it contains, let's say, any type of property. In this case, it's colors, but it can be anything that you want. So I hope this helped you out, and happy programming.